Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it's time for your daily dose of Dismal Disney.
That's right.
Didn't expect a Dismal Disney video this soon.
I don't think they expected it either.
They didn't. One of the Jungle Cruise ships freaking sank.
Sorry, it's not funny.
With people on it.
These poor people, they're like climbing up on the poles. They're like standing up on the seats, and they pull themselves up as much as they can to try to keep their feet from getting wet. And
my God.
Could you imagine being on the boat and then you're like, excuse me, the backside of water. Speaking of which, the whole boat is filling up with it, you know?
Yeah, the whole boat is filling up with the backside of water. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some other Disney stuff. We'll talk about Disney stocks and all of that, fun stuff in this episode. Please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. We're almost at 100,000 subs, guys. Thanks for that. We're only 4,000 away.
Less than 4,000.
Yeah, so if we could get 4,000 subs in one day by some miracle.
That'd be amazing. But here's my question. If you've ever ridden the Jungle Cruise, the people that are your skippers on the cruise are very deadpan in their delivery of these jokes. Did they show emotion when the boat started sinking, or did they stay in character?
I don't know.
You've been cursed.
I don't know. Nobody really said that. Now, Disney, according to the reports I read, they, of course, did find a way to make each individual guest happy.
Yeah, they gave them, fast passes?
Probably.
That's what they did for us when we got stuck. It's fast passes.
So here's
everything but the good stuff.
Yeah, here's a fast pass to go ride Rise of the Resistance. Hope that doesn't break down too.
No, they won't give you that.
No, it's too good.
It's fast pass for everything but the good stuff.
Everything but the good stuff. Here you can come back and ride the Jungle Cruise again. I don't know if I would.
I don't think they're gonna want to.
So this happened this afternoon around lunchtime. It was the Boma Candy Berth Up. And it was one of the only two handicap accessible.
Yeah, there's two handicap accessible boats. It's one of the two, and now there's only one. Unless they can fix it really quickly, but I don't know if they can.
So this is the first time a Jungle Cruise boat has sunk since 2004, from what I was reading.
Oh, look at that nasty water.
I know. Okay, so this is the thing. This is what I would be concerned about. Like, this is some seriously nasty Florida water. This is not the nice.
Yeah, that water's gross.
Yeah, this isn't like, Splash Mountain or one of the other, one of those attractions. I don't think, where they, filter the water and all. I don't know for sure.
I'm sure they probably clean it in some way.
I'm sure they do, but
look very clean.
This doesn't look like Splash Mountain water to me. This doesn't look like magical water.
Oh.
And they're in it up to their freaking.
Well, here,
waiters.
let me see this for a minute. Yeah, like here, this is the people standing on the seats. Like when you're seeing them, this isn't the floor of the boat. The floor of the boat is way down here. This is them standing up on the seats. So where they come up to usually your knee. So they're up about knee level on an adult where the seats are.
Yeah,
that's where they're standing, and they're still underwater.
Yeah, this is where you get into or this might be the handicap accessible spot, but yeah, you're in the boat and it's sinking. It's sinking.
That poor kid's gonna have a story to tell his grandkids. Once upon a time, I was in the jungle, and the boat filled up with water, and there was hippos, and really bad jokes, and I had to be in therapy for 5 years.
God, I'm sure there are people that are going to claim that. They're going to be like, "Oh, Disney, you have to pay for my lifelong therapy sessions."
Because the boat went down.
Now.
The water isn't that deep, I don't think. Anyway,
it's not that deep, but it's not expected. Obviously, look, stuff happens, but there have been a lot of complaints. People put this up, the Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah, there we go. There's a ride on the Jungle Cruise. Not a good thing to happen. This is the first time this has happened in like 15, 16 years.
Yeah, it's not a normal occurrence.
It's not a normal occurrence, but a lot of people were complaining on Twitter about the fact that this is happening more with a lot of the attractions because they're not maintaining them like they should.
I agree with that.
They're trying to build a lot of new stuff right now. People are complaining about them taking shortcuts, because of a certain Bob who likes to cut budgets.
We don't know if that's the case here.
No, this is just probably wear and tear. Again, they haven't had a boat.
Something wore and tore quite a bit.
Something wore and tore, but they haven't had a boat sink in 15, 16 years.
And I'm sure they check them all the time. I'd hope they check them all the time.
No, this
was hilarious. I have to give this person credit. That was brilliant.
This was awesome. I had to post this from Twitter. They're talking about Bob Chapek, and it's like, Mr. Chapek, one of the Jungle Cruise boats sank today with guests aboard. Isn't it about time we ordered new boats for safety? And Chapek just says, slap some tape on it.
Yeah, it's that special tape that holds against everything. The flex tape.
Flex tape. That's how they're going to fix the monorails with
Flex
the flex
tape.
tape. Oh man.
Oh yeah, when the piece fell off and we were on it.
Yeah, so that led to a whole conversation on Twitter. I reposted this, and everybody's talking about how the monorails are in dire need.
Oh my
of
god,
repair.
yeah, the monorails the first thing I thought of too. They're so bad.
They are.
We
bad.
were on the monorail when the piece fell off. Well, I'm sorry, that alleged piece fell off. They kept saying it wasn't a piece, even though the guy watched it fall off. We were in the monorail when it was sparking and smoking, but
Yeah,
you know.
we were actually in the car that was sparking and smoking. We were looking out and like, oh my god, the monorail's on fire.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, because but it was. There was sparks, there was smoke. They turned all the power off, and then later we found out someone said a piece fell off the monorail and almost hit him. So I'm like, well, that's why it was sparking and smoking, because the piece came off.
So apparently nobody was injured. Disney,
Thankfully,
as I understand it, let's go out to Orlando news here. As I understand it, they made sure that it worked with guests individually, so that they could enjoy the rest of the day at their
like they did with the Skyliner that you never hear about what happened to those people ever.
Yes.
You notice this?
There are a lot of things at Disney that tend to go away.
All we got when we were stuck on the monorail for an hour and piece fell off was a flipping Fast Pass that was good on everything except for like Frozen and Flight of Passage and anything that you'd want to use it for. Sorry you got stuck and really hot in the middle of the afternoon on a hot Florida day in June on a monorail that had the power turned off and you couldn't open your window because our windows wouldn't open. Other people's would, but ours wouldn't. Sorry, you're stuck there, but here's Fast Pass that you can't really use. So
yeah, the monorails,
I mean, you can, but
they all smell like pee.
They smell like pee. I'm not kidding. We rode a couple weeks ago, and we got on there, and we're like, it still smells like pee. So
magical. Now
this is after they had the spill too at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, well,
That was backstage though.
Look, I mean, stuff happens. Stuff happens.
Disneyland had a fire.
Disney's. Look, it's a huge place. Stuff happens. I get that. And I'm not saying because I mean honestly, it has been years and years and years since
But it seems like there's been a lot lately.
There have been a lot more incidents lately because you used to go for many, many months without having an incident. Now it's like a damn near weekly.
Just
occurrence.
the last year. A year or so, I'm thinking here. And there was the incident where the water was shooting out all over. Was it Hollywood Studios too? Then we had the Spaceship Earth had a water main break in it, and it was like flooding Spaceship Earth.
The People Mover.
The People Mover was evacuated, and there was smoke everywhere. Yeah. Disneyland had a fire behind the fire company, ironically, at Main Street, USA, it was by a grassy area by the Jungle Cruise. That was just a couple weeks ago. The other day, the hazmat was called in for a chemical spill, but it was like a cleaning agent back behind by the Tower Terror and Beauty and the Beast live on stage, like back there, the areas of building back there. They were called for that. There's just been, I feel bad for Disney in some way because it's like a nonstop. On the Skyliner incident, I mean, it's just been boom, 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 boom. And right after they announce a new CEO, this happens.
Wow, they made a connection between, this is kind of reaching though, this is Fox Business. They made a connection between the lagoons and canals and the unfortunate alligator incident of 2016. That's reaching.
Unrelated. But, here's the thing. People have seen at Splash Mountain that they tell the cast members when they get them removed, but they've seen like little gators and stuff sitting around Splash Mountain.
They actually were, like in the little pools they were.
Yeah, so I mean, and there's nothing they could do. It's flipping Florida. I mean, they're going to get through. Just be smart about what you do.
I love this. The Disney World website declares the Jungle Cruise is a 10,000-mile journey that you soon won't forget. That was true for Thursday's passengers.
They have the movie coming out. Is this going to be included in the movie?
I don't know.
If the boat sinks in the movie, I'm going to be like, there you go. That was the perfect marketing.
It was immersion.
There. It was full immersion.
It was full immersion. They were almost fully immersed in underwater.
But the good news is no one was hurt. The bad news is they had to sit in that water.
Well, here's more bad news.
Yeah, this is really bad news.
Disney stock is dropping like a rock.
It really, really bad. What did it start at before all this stuff happened? It
was up at like 130 something. Well, just last month it was like 130 something. I think.
Yeah, I think it was up higher, and then it's just like it's down. It just keeps dropping.
I know our personal stock portfolio. According to the app, it said we've lost almost 17% on Disney in like a week.
No, we're not going to sell our Disney.
No, we're not going
to. Actually, we let it go down a little more and then buy.
Yeah, and it's not just Disney. I mean, look, the entire stock market is not doing good because of that thing we can't talk about.
Well, they're saying because the thing we can't talk about, they think that most companies are going to flatline this year. They're not going to have gains because, I mean, for the whole year. And it's just a February.
Well, that thing we can't talk about. A lot of Disney's merchandise comes from the place we can't talk about, where the thing we can't talk about originated.
I'm waiting to see how this goes because they're saying already, because of all the things being shut down, factories, all that, how's it going to affect manufacturing? How's it going to affect things coming out in a few months that aren't being made right now that are going to be necessary in a few months? I mean, is it going to affect like the gaming systems they were supposed to have come out this year?
Probably.
They think it's going to affect pretty much everything.
Because
anime studios are already they're already behind. It's going to affect a lot of things, and now I think Japan, it was at Tokyo that they closed all their schools down because of the threats to the thing we can't talk about. And then they're talking about, I was at an article earlier today about Mulan and it's opening and what they're projecting the box office to be, and I think it's going to be a lot less than what they thought because they were expecting the worldwide box office to be like, what was it, like 500,000?
Yeah, something like
or 500 million, not 500,000.
That would be really, really bad.
500 million.
That would be horrible.
And the movie cost 200 million, and just domestic, it wasn't good. They don't think it's going to hit 200 million, so they're kind of banking on the global. And I think they might have a problem there because right now China's movie theaters are shut down.
Yeah, that movie was made specifically for China. Let's be honest. Disney was like, hey, let's make a Mulan movie for China, even though they've already got Mulan movies. Let's make another Mulan movie for China.
So now their theaters are shut down until I don't know when, and they're going to be hard pressed making their money back in America alone. And then the tickets went on sale today for pre-order, for your tickets. And I think a lot of people aren't going to buy them because they're going to wait and see because we're talking the end of next month. What could happen between now and the end of next month? Even though, like other people have pointed out, the flu is actually more something to worry about right now because where like a couple thousand people have died from this, like 16,000 people have died from the flu already this year, just I think in the United States. Yeah. So, but people might be afraid because I know they're already not traveling over it.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be honest. I think Disney's cruise business is gonna be screwed this year.
Any cruise line is gonna be in trouble.
And a lot of it, they just put
airlines too.
They sunk a whole bunch of money. No pun intended. But they sunk a whole bunch of money into new cruise ships. There are like 3 or 5 new cruise ships, a new island.
When they supposed to start coming out next year?
I think next year. Yeah.
There's supposed to be one next year, 2022 and 2023. They're supposed to have a new cruise ship each year.
Yeah, and if people aren't traveling because they're afraid to, or the economy tanks and they can't afford to, that's not good. They just went and leased another island. They've got a whole other island now for their cruise business, so that's not going to be good.
Yeah.
But the Disney stock's down. People are not happy with Bob Chapek.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just because he's supposed to be about IP, which was completely full of crap, motley fool. Yeah,
this is coming from Reuters. Is Chapek up to the task? Investors were not convinced and sent Disney shares down 3.7% by the end of the day. But sell-side analysts largely endorsed the succession plan. They were shocked, though. We did a video on that yesterday.
It was very surprising.
Colleagues said Chapek is well cast in the role. Of course they did. At least until former CEO Bob Iger's contract ends the end of next year. Until then, Iger will remain executive chairman and direct the company's quote-unquote creative endeavors.
Mm-hmm. Are we going to talk about how everybody said that you're full of crap, that he didn't step down, even though all the news outlets are talking about he stepped down? He didn't quit. He stepped down means it might not have been his choice.
Yeah, I mean, look, this isn't the way things were supposed to go. If this isn't, something sped this up.
That wasn't the face of somebody who willingly was like, "Yay, I'm moving on up." That doesn't look that way to me.
No, he got the backhand of Mickey's white glove. The company declined to comment.
I bet they did.
They're not answering this.
They refused to give a reason. They refused, and it's weird because when Eisner was gone, it was because of vote of no confidence, and they said so.
Yeah,
they're not saying what happened, which is really, really weird.
The story I'm hearing from most people seems to indicate that there was some behind-the-scenes stuff with the major shareholders, and there were a lot of concerns about the Fox purchase because it's a pig in a poke.
He overspent.
He way overspent, and they're not going to have the movies this year. to prop them up, and the theme park attendance might be down because of the thing we can't speak about.
And then the thing that we can't speak about is hitting, even though that's not his fault, but it's affecting everyone.
Everything is Disney's fault.
But, now their boats are sinking, and it's just, I actually feel bad. Oh, and then this. Oh, my God. Okay.
They're going to ruin it.
Oh, okay. So, Spaceship Earth. Epcot. You've heard me mention before. I'm really concerned about what's going to happen at Epcot. But then I was like, okay, well, they're saying, I have the quotes. I actually pulled them up from the presentation, D23. It was Bob Chapek. He said, many of these scenes you know and love will remain, but we'll bring them to life in amazing new ways. So he's showing like the wall painting, the cave painting scene. Yeah. It's the same. Here's the kid with his hand. It's the same animatronics. They just put this really dynamic, moving light and stuff on it. It's really cool. That I'm like thinking, that's awesome. That's great. And then he said, but we're also adding new scenes to reflect the universal nature of the human experience. And then he shows this. This is effing Moana. So basically, I'm understanding how this reflects the universal nature of the human spirit or experience. It just seems like we're going to shove RIP into the attraction because we've been dying to do so. And now we have the opportunity to shove that in your face and make it Magic Kingdom 2.0.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. I'm really not.
It's like Hollywood Studios or Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, Hollywood Studios is just like a junk park. I mean, it really is. It's just like whatever.
No, it's this IP, that IP.
Yeah, whatever they couldn't fit in anywhere else, they just kind of dump it. Actually, all of Disney World at this point, like the parks used to actually have their own theme, but now since they threw Avatar into Animal Kingdom, and even though it does fit, and they're talking about Zootopia too, I'm like, it's just kind of like, well, we just kind of dump whatever IP in whichever park has room.
Yeah, for years Epcot didn't have it, and then we got the Seas with Nemo, and that was still okay. But now we're talking, we have Universal Energy is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. Maelstrom got turned into Frozen. We have Wonders of Life is going to be the Disney Play Pavilion with all kinds of IP shoved in there.
Like Baymax. And all that
all that stuff's going to be put in there. Then we have Ratatouille being put in France. They're going to be bringing Mary Poppins to the UK Pavilion.
Yeah.
It's just one after another IP. So now that this is coming down, they're going to take the opportunity. It's not Moana, but it's Moana. It's the flippin'
grandma.
Yeah, it's a grandma as a stingray, and you can even see the boat is the same boat like from Moana, but it's not Moana. You're just imagining things. But anyway, many scenes you know and love will remain, but we'll bring them to life in new amazing ways. The Parks blog said, many of the moments you know and love will be updated. Well, updated means you give it a refresh. Updated doesn't mean this. This is the scene from Egypt. This was the scene from Egypt before. This is the scene now, and I was like, oh, the lights are cool. I like the lights. I think the lights are very awesome. And then I realized, wait, that's not how it looks. This is like Cleopatra and Mark Antony. So now they're turning it to communications of stories, and they're going to find the most cliche stories they could find. Cleopatra and Mark Antony. We didn't change that it was Egypt. We just changed everything else about it, but it's just a little update. Everything's going to stay the same. Don't worry.
Maybe as you're going through this scene, they'll really ramp it up with the pop culture references, and they'll play "Walk Like an Egyptian" as you're going through.
There you go.
A theme song for each scene.
Yeah,
Go-Go Boots, Go-Go Boots, computer lady, she's going to be gone, isn't she?
Yeah,
I like her.
They were saying it was going to stay pretty much the same up to the Industrial Revolution, and they were going to change a lot of those scenes after that. And then people were like, okay, it's fine. We're still getting to keep a lot of our old stuff, and everybody knows it needs an update. Update's okay. They've done it before. An update and new narration is fine. When it becomes a problem is when you start shoving, Moana in there, and they already said they're going to put a bunch of new scenes in, which means projections like this stuff. But it's going to be, instead of thank the Phoenicians, it's thank the Polynesians.
Yeah, probably.
So that's what's going to
thank the Bobs.
Thank the Bobs. So, the light effects are awesome, and I do think it's beautiful, and it's exciting and beautiful. But I'm like, really?
It's a whole new world. You're just a hater.
I'm just a hater.
A hater.
But here's the thing. If you're going to change it, then say you're going to change it. Don't tell everybody that you're not going to change it and then put this picture out and hope no one notices that you massively changed it.
Be honest. They're not going to tell because people freak out when they change stuff.
And it might be really cool when it's done. It's possible.
It might be.
But the thing is, it's like, I'm just tired of them shoving IP into everything because, synergy. And it's Magic Kingdom all over again.
Well, they might actually keep more of the old scenes now that Chapek's in charge because it's going to cost too much for new animatronics.
It's beautiful. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty, and the scene they're showing for the cave painting area looks amazing with that. That's a really cool thing. I love it. I appreciate it. I just don't understand why we're shoving Moana in here. It's not Moana. It's Moana.
Because she didn't get her own ride, so she's going to get the water play area, and she's going to get this.
If it's not, okay, so it's not actually Moana. It's Moana inspired, extremely Moana inspired.
Can they sue themselves?
I don't think so. So I'm just concerned because it's like, if you're going to do it, that's fine. Just be honest. You're going to do it. Don't tell everybody. It's going to be like everything it's everything you love. Stay in. Don't worry. We're just going to update it a little bit, tweak it. And that's completely different.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned. I have concerns about Epcot.
I have concerns about the parks in general. I really have a feeling that they are rushing ahead to build all this new stuff. Now they're going to cut back. I guarantee you Bob 2 is going to cut back on stuff, and we're going to have more boats sinking, figuratively.
Well, this makes sense, because if they are mad that Iger overspent, and he did.
Yeah.
And they were mad because the money wasn't coming back fast enough, because it wasn't going to. That kind of money, even for Star Wars, is going to take years and years to recoup. I mean, they would have known that. Now they're going to bring, the other Bob in, because he's known for cutting corners and making them more money by raising more prices and making extra events and extra whatever, so they can get more money out of people. And then that'll offset the expenses. That's what the whole thing is. Most likely.
That's the plan. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, we're going to wrap this one up?
Sorry, I just went off on the Epcot thing because I'm so mad about it.
All right, guys, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Hey, guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.